Yeah, so it's visible. Can you see the slide? Yeah, so firstly, I on behalf of the Khuyen, I would like to say apologize because due to some important urgent meeting of the Ministry of the Regional Resources and Environment, so he could not join today. So I will, on behalf of him, to be sent the topic on the orientation of the water security in Vietnam. So, sorry. Sorry, so my presentation will include three main parts. The first part will cover the institutional structure, the overview of the institutional structure of the water resources management in Vietnam, and some achievement in water resources management. The second will be the current situation and challenges to the Vietnamese water security, and the last one, so the solution and the plan for in the future to meet the water security in Vietnam. So start with the structure of the water management in Vietnam. So we here show the two levels, national level and regional local level. So government, beside the government, we have the National Council of the Water Resources to support the government in terms of the management of water resources. So Montreal Ministry of the Natural Resources and Environment will be the key ministry to answer to the government state of the management to assume the for the legal documents on water resources, and also other the tasks and plan and other sector relevant to the exploitation and the use of the water resources, also including here in the local level. We also had the same structure with the provincial people committee, and under that we have the Department of the Natural Resources and Environment as well, and other I think other department like structure, agriculture and development, transportation, and also the last one will be the user, the farmer or the local people, access to the water resources for domestic, for irrigation, and for other purpose. So next slide is will be present some achievement of the water resources management in Vietnam. So now I think here we mentioned about 4 key regulation on law with the water resources management based on. Those the first law of the water resources in 2012. Another decrease or decision of the government and prime minister, and also we have the detail of the guiding circulars of the Ministry of the Natural Resources Environment for the water resources management, including here we see the detail of the integrated management of the water resources by river basins. We have the basic survey or plan for the water resources. We have the protection of the water resources, deploy and use water resources, and finance, and also the assignment and decentralization in the water resources management. So next one, we also would like to present a little bit overview about the water resources situation in Vietnam, especially with the surface water. So as we know, Vietnam had the high number of the river basin with the totally more than 100 river basin with the 3,450 rivers with the length higher than 10 kilometers, and with the 13 major and important river basin like Red River in the northern, and also Dong Nai and Mekong River in the southern part, with a total average flow around more than 800 billion cubic meter per year, and around 8,000 cubic meter per day. So we see the pie in the below. You see that's the total surface water, and also the reservoir also occupy around 74.5 billion cubic meter, and groundwater also around 70 billion cubic meter. And you see the Mekong Delta is occupy more than half the total surface water in over the Vietnam region. So for groundwater, based on some estimation and evaluation, the the total potential volume of the groundwater is about 91.5 billion cubic meter per year, including the 69 billion per year for fresh water, and the saline water is around 22 billion cubic meter per year. So it's mainly distributed in the southern part in the Dong Nai River Basin and Long River Basins, and also a number in the Red River basins. So for the water demand, based on the estimation in 2020, total demand for in Vietnam is count around more than 106 billion cubic meter per year, and the cultivation account for the largest proportion, around 66%, and then other around 14% is for aquaculture. So in terms of the cultivation, the agriculture is a rise. I think paddy field is also the largest proportion. So in terms of the water resources, we in Vietnam we also face many problems of the water sources, especially in some drought year like in 2016 or 2020. So yep. And about water security, firstly, I would like to mention about the definition about the water security here. So like a UN in 2013, we know that the water security is the ability of the population to ensure the sustainable access to required quantity of the good water quality to maintain our livelihoods, welfare, social, economic development. So actually in Vietnam, Vietnam law have not yet defined the concept of the water security. We lack of the legal framework to build on an integrated framework and also the multiple sector management approach for water security. So, but now the Department of the Water Resources proposed also on the process to reviewing and amending the law on the water resources in 2022 to 2023 to propose the plan or the act on the law for the plan for the water security in terms of law. So relevant to the assessment of the water security in Vietnam based on some I think assessment or evaluation of the ADB and other agency or other research. So Vietnam only on the level of the 2.5 is, I mean, the low level in terms of the by the water security index of the ADB member. You can see here, and based on the assessment, also the review on the water issue over the Vietnam, on the river basin. So we mentioned here the 9 challenges about the water security in Vietnam. Firstly, we see water resources of Vietnam mainly depends on the foreign countries. Even I just saw the huge number of the surface water, but we see two main big river basin, the Red River in the north and Mekong River in the south. It's the downstream, and also have connected with the upstream in China or even Mekong Delta with the 5 countries in the upstream. So mainly depend on the water resources from the outside. And also the second, the distribution of the water resources is unevenly by space and even in time. And we see the no high efficiency of the exploitation and source of the water. So we face a lot of problem with water pollution. We face some, I mean, the big problem with the groundwater in, for example, in the Mekong Delta with the lowering groundwater level and also the land subsidence due to also the increasing of the water demand and conflict of the country economic and also the climate change as well, not only for the agriculture and also relevant to the activity of the groundwater. and at the end is the issue relevant to the management and the governance issue. So due to the to ensure the water security and solve problem with the to guarantee the water security in Vietnam, here we have the some here we put based on the our conclusion. Firstly, we ensure that the state security is urgent, and in the context of the water increasing the polluted, exhausted, so we see the strong impact on the socio-economic development and change, and water resources management must be consistent, and also we consider the water product as the commodity and encourage and attract the social resources to the economic sector, and also the investment and corporate and separate the benefit and so the finish. So it's like the baseline for us to propose the scenario or plan on the future activity to meet the water security. So the vision to the 2030 in Vietnam, we try to completing and innovating the institutions, policy and financing mechanism for the own water sector in the direction of the smart governance. The second one, we try to improve the efficiency of the management by improve the monitoring, protection, development, and also the regulation of the water resources allocation to ensure that we can have the good supply water for domestic use and also production purpose. And we also try to active the plan to use water in the transboundary river, especially in the Mekong River Delta, where now face a lot of problems with the disaster, drought, flood, and so the soil intrusion during the dry season. And also try to improve and restore the damaged and polluted rivers and protect the water resources. So now we have some case study in Vietnam following this plan to we have some dry river now by diverse water. We have some case study to try to like renew some river. And the next we will increase the investment and upgrade improve the water efficiency to ensure the water resources security. Then we also try to building and operate the system of indicator for monitoring and assessing the national water resources security. And now that we try to strengthen the research activity and also the international cooperation, transfer the science and technology. So this in like the vision to the near future, where we also have the vision to the far future up to 2045. We try to completing the policy solution, management tools, economic tools to practically protect, regulate, and allocate the water resources according to the scenarios to ensure the quantity and also the quality of water to meet the demand and use. And we try to raising the national water security index to the group of countries to ensure the effective water security in the region. So in terms of the conclusion, we want to say that the Montreal of the Vietnam is responsible before the government for performing the statement of the water resources and also the river basin at the national wide. And you know that water resources Vietnam is facing the major challenges in terms of the water security, mainly the dependence on the foreign water resources, not evenly distributed by space and time. The water demand increasing, significant increasing in water demand, also in water pollution response and efficiency in terms of use, water use, and the disaster in terms of the water management, especially in the Central Highlands and Mekong River Delta. And also to mention about strongly affected by climate change, and also the water governance is not strong enough. So in the coming time, in the near future, the Montreal will continue to advise and submit the government, the National Assembly to promulgate the revised law of the water resources, including the major policy on the water resources management, such as the water security, financing, and socialization. So water sector will be created the resource for water sector and strengthen the international cooperation and management method to improve the efficiency of the water resources management. So I think here's the all information we would like to share today. So on behalf of the Dr. Khuyen from the Department of the Water Resources Management of Vietnam, would like to thank to your attention. So once again, so sorry about the Dr. cannot be today to give the maybe in more detail or maybe more discussion in terms of the food security scenario and plan of the Vietnam in the future. So thank you.